everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Van, just Van, and welcome to a day in my life. If you're new here, please consider subscribing and liking the video. And if you're coming back, hey, welcome back. I don't really do Funko Pop stuff anymore. I'm kind of more in the avenue of just putting a camera up and filming my stuff and doing these videos for me. These videos are 100% purely for me recording my life, and then also challenging myself to get something done and being productive and combating every single mental illness that I have. So just as a preface, I have multiple mental disorders, from anxiety, depression, complex PTSD to OCD and ADHD, and it is something that I fight with every single day, and it's something that I'm trying to capture with a video camera, of course, but also reach out to other people and try to help them and show them how I've coped with dealing with these things. Because I'm a person who doesn't want to go to the doctor. The doctor says, hey, here's some pills. Take these. These will fix you. Like, pills don't fix me. That's not how this works. Like, I need to learn to cope with my issues and not medicate my issues. That's my own personal opinion. But hopefully, if you're suffering with these conditions like I suffer, you might get some benefit out of this. I don't know, but I'm filming these videos for me to show myself, like, hey, this is where the ADHD kicked in. This is where the depression kicked in. Like, it's meant to challenge me to keep a promise to myself, to keep a goal to myself, to try to accomplish things and not feel bad for it. Because when you watch these day in the life videos, everybody's up by 5. They've had their coffee, their morning run, their breakfast, their shower, and they've meditated and read 10 chapters of something all before 8 a.m. And it makes you feel like shit. Makes me feel like shit. I watch them just because I like their videography and their style, and I'm trying to get, tips and tricks. I'm like, oh, I should make it look like this. I should make it look like this. Like, because if I'm not like this, then I'm not normal. And I've told myself that's complete bullshit. Just because you see it on social media doesn't mean that it needs to be a thing. And one reason I want to make these videos, this is realistic to me. I didn't wake up at 6. I don't have a morning routine. My morning routine consists of waking up and going back to sleep. Waking up and going back to sleep. And then being woken up by my cats around 9:30 saying, hey, bitch, we're hungry, so get up. They're the only ones that kind of keep me on a schedule of at least getting out of bed by 9:30, which is a miracle in itself if I get up by 9:30. Then I feed my cats, have my coffee, sit on my couch for an hour and a half, watching videos of how everybody else is successful in life, but I'm not. So then I feel bad. And I think there's a lot of people that will watch those videos. I'm not trying to throw shade on these individuals that have these routines. That's great that you have them, but I think for people like me who are just trying to get through every single day of their life, it's hard to watch because it's like, oh man, you know what? I need to be getting up at 6. You try to get up 6, you can't. You try to make a change, you can't. And then you'll hear other motivational speakers sit there and say, like, oh, you're just lazy, it's just this and this. It's like, you don't know how hard it was for me to get out of bed and to come sit here and print out some pieces of paper and get going. How hard it was just to set up a camera and keep going. So I'm going to film what I want to film for me, commentate on what I want to commentate, and I hope that somebody gets something out of this. Because I know it's not just me who struggles every single day just to get stuff done and feels like crap if we don't get what we want done. And I've always told myself, like, hey, you did XYZ. You're doing great. Like, stop beating yourself up. And it's because we are so saturated with successful people and these successful routines. It's like, oh, if you want to be a millionaire, you got to do XYZ. Well, I mean, I can't even get through step 1, which is waking up early and drinking a cup of coffee. Like, I can't even do that, so I'm never going to be a millionaire. But I'm here to say, this is normal. For me, it's normal. I wake up at 9:30, have coffee, feed my cats. I'm in my office by 11. And even though I wanted to be in here by 7, it's okay. I didn't get in here by 7. I'm not normal. I don't function normally. And that's okay. To me, it's okay. So, enough with my ranting and raving about day in the life videos. I run an Etsy shop. I make stickers. I have some right here. I'll show you one real quick. So this is one of my more popular ones. That's why I have some already printed out, because this one sells a lot. So I have it here because I know there's some in this stack that I can just pull and put into the ship category. So I run my business all on my own. I don't have employees aside from my cats, but I answer all the messages. I do all the shipping. I make all the products. I pack all the products. Everything. I manage the Etsy side of it. I do everything for my business. No one is helping me. So I have a very specific process to this. And if it works for you, it works for you. If you have a different process, you have a different process. But my process in the beginning, before I even start putting stuff into my program to print and cut the stickers, I have to organize what I'm doing for the day. Which starts with me cleaning off my desk, which my desk is a mess. So I'm just going to do that real quick and get it situated so I'm happy with it. All right. Once I've got my desk semi-organized, I have these. These help keep me kind of on track a little bit of where I am in the process of some orders, because I'm pretty sure the way I do things probably confuses the crap out of some people, but I make it work. So I have one of these specifically that sits over here that once the product is printed, cut, and done, and it just needs to be put in an envelope, I put it over here. And then I have two of these over here to where as I'm going through orders, once it's been put up on the screen and it's just ready to be printed and cut, then I put it in here of like, okay, I've put that one into the program. It's ready to be printed. It's ready to be cut. And then I have two of them specifically because right now I don't have the workload that needs more than one machine. So I only have one machine working. So while Astarion, because you can name your cameos in the system, Astarion runs while I make the next sheet and print the next sheet. So that's a part of that process. But what I'm going to do right now is match my receipts to my labels, because I've already printed out labels for these receipts. These are ones that misprinted and I had to remake. So these go on the top because I need to make sure that these get done and shipped today. But I have a little bit of a process of the way that I do things. And one of the ways that I do that is my brain gets upset if I've been sitting in here for an hour and I've only accomplished 2 orders. And what I mean by that is sometimes somebody will order 10 stickers. 10 stickers makes the process just a little longer because it's more stickers that I have to set up, print, and cut, and it takes up the space on the page. I can only do about an 8x10 cut page. I wish I could do larger, but if you're a smaller, like niche like I am, it's easier to run the smaller machines than the bigger machines because the bigger machines are a lot more expensive and the whole setup for that is, I'll stay with my small machines. So I like to separate the large orders from the small orders and do a bunch of small orders first, just so that in my head I'm like, okay, we got this. We've accomplished something today. Because especially during the holidays, I get tons of large orders because everybody wants to buy stickers for everybody. And that's understandable. It just, there have been days where I've sat in here for 2-3 hours and I'm like, okay, what have I accomplished? And I'll look into my bin and it'll be like 3 orders. And I'm like, okay, we're going too slow. And we start the blame game of you're not getting through enough fast enough. Can we really do this? All the regret and everything spirals out of control in my brain. So in order to combat that, I sort the 1 sticker orders, the people who just order 1 sticker, from the ones who order multiples. And I knock them out, or I will pair them together. I'll put 5 1-sticker orders with a large sticker order on one sheet. So it's like, okay, I'm getting them all good and done together. just so I can see that progress. And that's the advice I give you. If you're having problems or struggling, it's not a problem. If you're struggling to get through a large stack of orders, if you have a small business, or you're just struggling just to get started because you're overwhelmed, do the smallest thing first. Just the smallest thing, the smallest accomplishment, like cleaning off your desk, or just doing that. Hey, somebody just ordered 1 sticker, but this person over here ordered 10. I really need to do that one. Do the small one first. Because your brain gets that dopamine rush, I think, of just, okay, I've accomplished something. And, go with that. I think that's how it should be managed in my brain. That's how I work. It's just like, okay, if I can get a whole bunch done, granted, I'm trying to get all of this done, all these orders done by 3 so I can go to the post office. I do have a time limit, which puts that anxiety on me. It's like, oh, if I don't finish all these, they're not going to get shipped in time. But the other benefit is that if you don't get it shipped or if you don't finish it in time, and I don't get to if I don't finish it in time, but I get to the post office and I deliver what I have done, I can always come back and finish. But while my camera was downloading, I printed out the rest of my orders. And now I feel like I'm not going to get anything done today. That's how I'm feeling, because it is 12/12. Haven't made a single sticker. Barely organized anything. Now, of course, this is my fault. I am blaming myself for this because I decided to film and it took me too long to get going with it. But this is the point in my getting through shit part of my life where it's like, okay, man, we should have woken up at 7. We should have done this. We would have all this done by now, but it's not done. But that's okay. I'm telling myself it's okay because at this point, we are just going to do what we can and get what we can get done. I do want to leave by 3 to go to the post office, but I looked up the post office collection times. I have until 4:45 to make as many stickers as possible and to get them to the post office. So as long as I'm at the post office by 4:45 and I'm leaving this house at 4:30, I'll be okay. So that's something that I do, is I instantly like, oh, well, I'm not going to get all of this done because my brain is like, we need to get all of this done. So I always try to like reframe my thinking of like, no, we're going to freaking do as much as we possibly can and we're going to work as fast as we possibly can. I work better under time crunches. Not everybody does, but I'm going to get back to sorting through this, to the 1 sticker versus multiple stickers, because yeah, this is the point where I think most people would get overwhelmed. They would see so much here and go, no, and they would stop and they would shut down. I have done that before where it's just like, I would shut down because, especially around Christmas time, I would have 70 plus orders come in and I'm just like, I'm so grateful for them, but my brain would go, we can't do all this. It's just something that happens. It's just like, I'm like, shit, I got so many stickers to make. Like, there's no way I can do this. And I start doubting myself and I shut down, and it's easier to go sit on the couch and drink my chocolate milk and eat some nuggies. It's easier that way. But fighting through it. The fighting through it part is the hard part because it's like, oh, there's so much here, but putting the camera on is helping. It's like, no, we're going to do this. We have to do this. We don't have a choice. So this is a stack that I printed while everything was downloading. This is 44 orders right here. I don't have the labels made for them. So these ones I made the labels last night for because I printed them out so that I had a starting point. These all happened overnight, which I'm thankful for. So thankful for. I'm not complaining. But I didn't print the shipping labels out for them yet. So what I do with these is I'm still going to sort them without the labels. I'm just going to print the labels as I put them on the sheet. I'm gonna have my screen. I'm gonna put my screen up in the corner so you can see what I'm doing on my screen. But as so this one is an I Got Your Back skeleton sticker. So as I get to this order and I drag and drop it into my workspace, I'll go over to Etsy and print at the same time. So this is just now me going through them. And so here's a perfect example. I already have this sticker made. It's one of the Goosebumps stickers. I have one made, so it doesn't need to go in the stack. But I can just get a shipping label real quick for it. Print the shipping label, so Goosebumps sticker. Print the label real quick. And go from there. So this order is done, and it can go into the ready to pack bin. And here's another one that is the officially retired sticker. This one is good to go. 363155558. Ship tomorrow. But I'm going to ship it today, which makes me happy. If I can ship something as early as possible, as soon as possible, I'm going to do it. All right, so now that everything is organized, how everything is separated, I'm going to just take this top portion off. Put it on bottom. All right, just so we're staying on track. Organized one sticker versus multiple stickers. This is the multiple sticker stack, and what I have in front of me is the priorities and the one stickers. And then right here is all the ready to be put in an envelope and shipped. And it's getting really dark and cloudy. I didn't know it was supposed to rain today. But this is what I'm going to work on. This is what I'm going to start. I'm going to record my screen. My mouse is going everywhere so you guys can see that process of me working here and then to here. And I brought my clock in here specifically for this because I kind of want to see how fast I work. In all honesty, I want to see how fast I work in my own speed. So I'm just going to see how I just put down. It's going to be weird on my desk, but I want to do this time-lapse experience and see how fast I go. And then challenge myself as well. I found one way to combat my ADHD is to challenge myself to see how many orders I can get, one on a sheet of paper, but how fast I can do it. Hydrate, people. Yay, good solid print this time. So, Astarion's loud. I'm gonna let him work, and I'm gonna work on this, and we're just gonna keep going. We're gonna keep plugging away. Why didn't you register? What's the problem? He's doing his job now. Now I'm gonna do mine. Time flies. So my camera is a GoPro and it is plugged in, but if you let the battery die to a certain point, you can't keep it plugged in anymore, so I had to let it charge. So there's a huge time gap. I don't know if you noticed. Huge time gap. But keeping to my word, to myself, as is the point of these videos, it's 3:10 right now. And I said I would stop at 3:30 of what I had made so that I can package them, because this is going to take the longest part. Packing always does for me, only because I have a gimp hand and it can only package so fast. But that's what I'm going to do now, is I'm pretty much stopping packing so that what I have done now can get into the mail now, instead of just trying to finish it all and then get into the mail late. Sometimes I'll do a mixture of everything all at once and pack and ship and I'll do all this stuff all at the same time, but today I just wanted to do it all at once and see how long it took me. Because one way that I'm kind of retraining my brain when it comes to doing work is seeing how long it takes me to do something, so my brain acknowledges, hey, you sat down and you started this at 3:10 and it only took you XYZ amount of time to do, so that my brain isn't so overwhelmed all the time. Like, hey, it didn't take us this long to do this process, this whole process from start to finish. We started at 11, now it's 3, it's been 4 hours. What have we accomplished in 4 hours? So that's the purpose. The purpose of the videos, purpose of the clock, purpose of everything that I'm doing mainly is to help retrain my brain, to show myself, hey, we did something today. Quit beating yourself up about it. So that's what I'm going to do. My back hurts. Okay, started at 3:11. It's 3:44. I need to see how many I actually did. I didn't count them, but in a half hour, it's not bad. So 52 and a half hour, which I wasn't really packing fast to begin with. I was kind of just packing at my leisure, and I did mess around on YouTube. I went back to some of my old vlogs to see how I shot them in the past and realized that, man, I was watching a vlog from 2021 that I did, And so much has changed. It's just like, I don't know, that's kind of another reason it kind of motivated me of like, this is why we should do these videos regardless of how they turn out and regardless of how much they're liked, because I can go back in time and see, you know, where I was and how far I've come. So it is motivating. It is motivating. I'm going to take these to the post office and yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do after that, but the main goal of the day was to do orders. I do want to do some stuff in here. Hang up some stuff, print out some stuff, put on the walls. This office is functional as an office, however, it just needs some fine-tuning. Like, the cabinets behind me, they're eh. But I also have work I have to do out in the living room, and there's other videos I want to shoot. And this is what happens in my brain. It's like, okay, we're done with Etsy, so now what are we going to do? Well, we can do one of a million things. But I have to go for a walk because my nutritionist says I have to walk every day. But post office first, and then a walk, and then I'll figure out my life from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, whatever you got out of it. I mean, but at the end of the day, the video's for me, so I can't wait to edit this video and play it back and see how it turned out. Thank you all for stopping by and watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you want to, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. You can buy stickers from my shop with a link down below. And, yeah, I'll see you guys next time.